spoke riders here, and this is what I pretty much use to modify my GoPro case. Still got little plastic shavings everywhere, but it was a pretty simple project. I didn't film it at the time just because it really wasn't that exciting. It was just drilling a hole, but I'll show you the hole later. But I figured I'll at least show you what I did. Pretty much start out with a small drill bit and just pretty much just kept working my way up and making the hole bigger and bigger and big enough to where the microphone plug would fit into the side of the GoPro. Okay. As you see, I think the hole came out pretty clean compared to some of the stuff I've seen on YouTube. So either you can drill out your case like this, or you can spend 50 bucks on the skeleton housing. Now this makes it, once you do this, the case ain't gonna be waterproof anymore, but that's okay. Before I spend 50 bucks on the skeleton housing, just to put a plug through, and it's still not gonna be waterproof, I'd rather just drill this out and then go buy, for 60 bucks, an extra $10, just go buy the dive housing, and then that'll be waterproof and go a little bit further, deeper in the water than the regular case. So eventually I'll buy a dive housing. Not that I'm gonna be doing any diving, but I guess it's always be cool to have laying around. I didn't need this plug open because I'm not using this plug. I didn't need the memory card slot open, so that's covered up still. That's the main reason why I didn't buy that skeleton case for 50 bucks. So basically all I did with them different size drill bits is pretty much drill this hole. And it gives me the plug I need. That's the plug I needed right there. So I just drilled the hole big enough to where the plug will go in there. And the reason why it's way bigger than the plug itself, because I needed room for this square boot on the plug to go through also, so it pushes in all the way. This is my Shoei X11 helmet, and this is how I pretty much got my GoPro set up for right now. I had to modify it once before. This is how I pretty much have it. I don't really like it like this. This is basically me using everything that came with the GoPro and my adapter for the microphone. Well, before I even had an adapter or a microphone, I had it running on the side. I wanted to put my mount. Originally, I wanted to put the GoPro right here in the front. But when I bought the GoPro camera, it only came with one curved mount. And I wasn't sure if it would work like this. I didn't want to sacrifice the one curved mount in case try to pull it off and stick it in a different spot. So I just went with the side because I knew the side was a sure thing. Well, now that I got another, I went earlier and bought another curved mount and some adapter pieces. I bought a different mounting setup. So I'm going to combine the two. Before I had this plug, it was okay having it like this. But the reason why I don't like it like this is for two reasons. One, now with the GoPro plug right here, it kind of bends the wire. It's real tight. And I'm not able to adjust it anymore. Going this way. So I think the picture's just slightly tilted. I really need to turn it a little bit more going this way, but I can't because this damn plug is stopping me. And this is because I don't have the right adapter pieces. Now, when I first hooked this up, before I had the plug, I had this screw in the wrong spot down here. And it was a little bit longer, and it stuck out. Because I had this one down here, it stuck out past the helmet, and then when I turned my head, it would hit my shoulder. So it would make the camera jump and make a scuffle noise. This is all temporary. I knew this was going to be temporary. So that's why I just got a piece of black electrical tape on here. I got a piece of black electrical tape so the wire ain't flapping around when I'm going down the freeway. But I knew I was going to move this, so I didn't want to commit to putting the wire here. I got some better tape, but I didn't want to use it because I knew this is not where I want it to be. And basically, I got my microphone wire fished in between my cheek pad and the shell of my helmet. And the actual microphone, you can't really, I don't really want to take this all apart, but the actual microphone is tucked behind the cheek pad, so it's not really exposed. Okay, I think that's the game plan right here. Run the GoPro in the front. Give you a little, this little contraption here. Down there like a robot arm. But I basically used the pieces that came with the GoPro and then some of the pieces that came with the helmet mounting, the front helmet mount kit, which is really a bicycle. On the picture of the package, it looks like a bicycle helmet. So I had to use a combination of both to get it to mount on this motorcycle helmet the way I want it. But I think this is, as far as the mount go, this is how I want it. I'm not sure on the wire, on the microphone cables yet. But for now, I think this is how it's going to be. I kind of like it like here because it doesn't really block my vision. It's down in front of my mouthpiece. I don't know how it's going to feel with the GoPro. Now my GoPro camera will be blocking these little air vents. So I don't know how I feel about that one or how the flow is going to be. But it's not going to be that hot. Summertime's over, so worst case scenario, I still got the side mount. Like, I'm going to leave this on here. I can always go back to that one if I don't like the way this is set up. But I think this is how I'm going to have it for now, man. I kind of like it. I kind of like it like this. Just for the simple fact. Keep an eye on it a little better, you know? So there you have it. That's what it's going to be. There you have it. That's all I'm going to do for the night. I got it pretty close. So tomorrow morning, I'm back at it again. Line it up, dialed in, make sure the microphone still sounds good, and that's what it is. All right, till the morning, y'all. Underspoke Riders, signing out.